nuclear warhead against any other country, including against Iran, it will be the demise of Israel as a country, as a state. And I want the United States and Israel to go back and search their soul, and they should never be allowed to launch another war of aggression against any other country, including against Iran. And Israel should never pretend that they have the truth. They have developed nuclear weapons. There are reports that on quite a few occasions they threaten to use nuclear war against other countries. They have no right to demand any other country, not only in the Middle East, but anywhere in the world, not to develop nuclear weapons because they violated the rules first. And they now possess nuclear weapons. They threaten to use nuclear weapons. I think eventually, as you mentioned, when we reach step 2 or step 3, we need to create a situation where there will be no nuclear weapon at all by any country in the Middle East. That probably will be a better Middle East. It will contribute to real peace and stability and peaceful coexistence between and among countries in the Middle East. I want to tell the Israeli government and the Israeli leaders, if Israel dares to use a nuclear warhead against other country, it will ironically accelerate the whole process of other countries in that part of the world try to build a nuclear bomb. And eventually there will be a huge explosive growth of nuclear weapons in that part of the world, and eventually it probably will cause the destruction of the whole region as, for example, a livable environment for hundreds of millions of people. There are different meanings in what I have said. It's not a threat against Israel. It's a threat against anyone. Think twice and always use the Chinese wisdom that if you dare to use a nuclear weapon against any other country, you may cause the demise of your own country. I hope peace eventually will prevail, sanity will come back, and Prime Minister Netanyahu should be halted from ever daring to think about using a nuclear warhead against other countries, because the consequences of doing so will be huge. And he himself and the government of Israel and the military in Israel will be considered public enemy number 1 for mankind. On the other hand, I think we all need to figure out why Israel believes it is in a position to dictate to the United States or even to order around how the US troops need to be deployed. I think it is right now the high time to expunge the evil as represented by Jeffrey Epstein and whoever who is with him. Now, this is a very important point. I do not want to go into further details. I think the evil as represented by Jeffrey Epstein need to be fully expunged in the world, including in the relations between Israel and the United States.
Does China have the files?
Well, eventually everything needs to come out to the sun. Let's wait.
And he said he was worried that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden were going to take us into World War III, okay? And now what do we have? Ben-Gvir threatening nukes. And by the way, if you haven't heard, China and Pakistan have said that if Israel nukes Iran, they will nuke Israel. So here we are on the precipice of a nuclear holocaust because this baboon is in office and he's like, oh, Bibi, how can I make you happy? Can you please give me more money? Am I going to be a hero, Bibi? I can't stand this guy. And doing the exact opposite of what he promised.